are here
Hello.
with another episode, and
Episode 12, right?
episode 12. Yes,
Episode
we have a
12.
bunch of topics lined up for you. Great
Yes.
show today.
Yes.
We got a Zelda live action movie in the works.
Yes.
We got the Beatles New Song has released.
Yes, we're talking about Mario Wonder's great success and maybe the influence that the new movie had on it. And we're talking about the end of the actor strike, and we're excited, and our favorite project we're excited to see to get back on schedule. Really
Yeah.
great. First off, happy early Thanksgiving, since we won't see y'all before
Merry
that.
Christmas.
Not Merry Christmas. We could have a whole debate about that in an episode, but we're not going to get into that, are we,
It's two
Jackson?
against one.
I think it's Christmas season the moment Halloween ends.
Yes.
Once you're done trick-or-treating, it's time for Christmas.
The only time
Also,
you get to
Jason's
celebrate
back.
Christmas during Halloween is Nightmare Before Christmas. That is my thought.
But
and I
that
will
movie
leave it
is
there.
really not good.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of tea being thrown at the beginning. But that's another thing. Jason is here.
Again,
Everybody.
with
Great. He's going to be helping us through this. How are you, Jason?
I'm doing fine and dandy. How are you doing, Walker?
I'm doing all right. I was doing fine, and then I got all these opinions of mine poo-pooed on. But no. Do we
Any
want
other announcements?
I
don't
mean,
think
we're-
so. We're working on that video.
We're working on videos.
I'm
We're
working.
trying to...
I'm gonna. Ooh, you know what? Today I can edit the live stream. So
Yes, we
that'll
can.
be out
That
soon.
VOD will be out soon, and then
Yeah.
we just have really tight schedules. So we want to make fun
Content.
extra videos and content for the channel.
Yeah.
It's just hard.
It is.
And we said before, this isn't our main gig. We have
we
other
have
stuff.
another channel actually.
No, that's not what I mean. But no, we just have tight schedules. So, we try to get stuff out as much as we can, but sometimes that's tough.
Yes.
But no, I think we are good. I think we want to get right to
On
it,
to it.
right?
Yeah. All right, Jason.
Yeah,
Jason,
yeah.
First topic.
Yeah, the live-action Zelda movie announced with Sony producing and Maze Runner directing.
The Maze Runner director is directing it.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Live-action Zelda movie announced with a Sony producing and Maze Runner director directing.
Yes. Big news announced by Nintendo not that long ago.
Nintendo is making a Zelda movie, not Zelda is making a
Yeah.
Nintendo movie. We're having all the mess ups today.
No. Yes. Big
Interesting.
announcement.
But it's not animated, it's live action.
It's not animated. That was a big thing. So it was kind of out of the blue. Miyamoto just tweeted on Nintendo's account like, "Hey, I've been working on a live action movie with," I forget the name of the producer, but it's the guy who's done a lot of Sony's Spider-Man stuff. He produced Uncharted, so he's
Okay.
very hit or miss.
Uncharted I liked it.
No.
I thought it was fine.
Because you get like Uncharted and like Into the Spider-Verse and like some of these really great movies, but then he also produced like Morbius and Craven, which I still stand by looks kind
didn't-
of cool.
You didn't like Morbius? Actually, I haven't even
I never
seen
watched
it.
Morbius, but I haven't heard the best things about
I
it.
watched Morbius.
Jason, what
did
did
you
you think of
think of
Morbius? That'll give us a
It
good
was
idea.
not very good.
Okay, so we could get Morbius, or we could get like original Spider-Man
Spider-Man
trilogy.
2?
Or like a Spider-Man 2 quality. So very hit or miss producer behind it. Miyamoto is co-producing still,
Yes.
like he did with the Mario
Mario
movie,
movie.
which I think is a very good sign.
Mm-hmm.
What else they got? There's reports of a screenwriter. It's the Jurassic World screenwriter.
Okay.
Is the reported. That's what I forget.
Was it the same three? Like, did he?
I don't know if he did the other two, but I like the first one.
The first one was good.
The first one it works as a Jurassic Park movie, but no, really exciting. I think a lot of people were surprised they went live action
Yes.
with it.
Yes, because then we're gonna have to face with like actual looks of the actors
Yeah,
as
because
well as their...
that changes casting entirely, and a lot of people are already throwing names out there, and people are already talking, which is great. But you'd think, you'd have such a successful, and it sounds
Who
like
do you think is gonna be cast?
for
Just in general.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are throwing around Tom Holland and Timothée Chalamet. I think most likely Tom Holland because
We could have
he's worked with Sony
Tom
a lot.
Holland as young Link, and then Timothée Chalamet as adult Link.
No, they're both I think Tom Holland will probably get cast as Link just because of his history with Sony. He has a good relationship.
He
He
did
has that
Uncharted
boyish
already.
charm.
Yeah.
I think he could handle it. I think if we want to do a younger Link, the name that's been getting thrown around, which I wholeheartedly agree, is I forget the actor's name, but the actor who played young Ryan Reynolds in the Adam Project and he is playing Percy Jackson in the new Percy Jackson TV show. Very excited. But no, it's a very exciting, and casting is going to be weird. It's just fans were in a weird spot because they were like, okay, I think most fans would tell you they would want it animated, but they would also tell you they don't want Illumination animating it.
Yes.
So, I think good news, Illumination is not making the Zelda movie.
Yes. Very good. I would not.
Very good news. Bad news, it's I just the thing about Zelda to me is it handles like these dark themes and these kind of goofy and heartfelt and upbeat moments.
Yeah.
And they coexist. I don't know if you can capture that super well live action.
Live action. Yeah. I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see where this goes. I had a point, but I've already forgotten it. Jason, who do you think will be cast?
I don't know. I think Tom Holland would be fun, but I just think he's a fun actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They might just do Chris Pratt.
No.
That would be funny though.
Yeah.
So
heard a
how
lot of
about
people-
the final Beatles song?
Oh, we're just going
Oh,
ahead?
no,
Skipping.
okay.
Wow, Jason. We'll just I
Well-
feel like we want to keep going on this topic.
I thought that we were slowing down a little bit.
Okay, well, Jackson
we
had
can
a
keep
point.
going.
I can keep going. If you
Okay.
want to keep the ball rolling. I think for Ganondorf's casting, they've talked about Idris
Vin
Elba.
Diesel. Oh.
Vin Diesel, I've heard. Idris Elba, I've heard.
It's about Family Link.
No, here's the thing. And we talked about this earlier, I think yesterday. We were talking about this a little bit. I think the big thing they need to change is the MacGuffins. In that,
Explain to the audience what that
yeah,
is.
if you
'Cause I
don't know
had
what
no
a
idea what
a
that is.
MacGuffin is, a MacGuffin is usually a narrative term that is it's like a catch-all for items in a narrative that kind of drive the story. So it's like some item that they are after. So in Ocarina of
This
Time,
case-
the Triforce is the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
The sages things, what they got to do, that's the MacGuffin.
Yes.
So, Zelda revolves a lot around MacGuffins,
Yes.
secret stones, pieces of the Triforce, pendants, And so I think if you were doing a TV show, you can have multiple MacGuffins because that's episodic, it works. But for a movie, I think it gets really weird when you have them looking for multiple things.
Honestly, it would have been better as a TV show.
It would have been better as a TV show. But, I think you saw that with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where they wanted to do the Chaos Emeralds and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie. And they decided, well, do we want, I think they realized, well, do we want a movie where they're looking for these 7 different items? And you just get these mini scenes. And so they decided, well, let's just do one emerald, the Master Emerald, and have the whole plot revolve around that to streamline it and make it a more straightforward story, which I think served the story well.
Yeah. Honestly, I would enjoy a kind of like all is lost kind of feel of where it's just kind of a silent, like isolated adventure, like of him wandering.
Yeah.
If it's done, it could be very hard to do, but I think it'd be really good if they could do it right.
Here's the thing. There's another thing I wanted to talk about.
What?
Do you think Link? So you don't think Link needs to talk in this movie?
He canonically talks in the games. People don't
Yes.
understand that.
Yes.
He actually does.
He has
He
lines.
talks.
You pick dialogue.
You
for
pick
him.
dialogue. He just doesn't have a active voice.
Yes.
Neither does any of the characters really, except for the cutscenes in
in the
Breath of the
cutscenes.
Wild.
But he doesn't talk in the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Is the weird thing. And that would be the most logical point for him to have dialogue. And so I think it's a very different because when Mario got cast, that was different because we kind of did hear
heard
Mario
it.
talk.
It's a
We've heard
me.
it's a me. He has voice lines. Link just has
Link just,
sounds. Yeah. So, and I've heard a lot of people being like, well, if they're going to do a Zelda movie, Link can't talk. And I don't see
I
that
think
working the best.
He could talk. There's nothing wrong with that, but an isolated adventure kind of thing would also be really cool as well.
Yeah, I think you can minimize his talking, but I feel like just saying like, "Oh, he doesn't talk," like like in a not saying they should make it like John Wick, but John Wick, he's not the most vocal character in those movies. He talks when he needs to.
I'm back.
Yeah, like he's this very restrained dialogue, which I think would work well for Link. And I think if they do like the all is nothing more silent kind of, I think Breath of the Wild would be a great source of inspiration if they're going
Yes,
to take the movie
yeah.
in that direction.
You were wanting Twilight Princess because it's the most cinematic.
I think it's the one that works best as a narrative and is the most cinematic and has I think it matches the vibe of Sony's, like the people that are making this movie in Sony and that those projects, like with Maze Runner and Morbius and
Yeah.
like kind of the Spider-Mans. Twilight Princess seems to match their vibe the best.
Who
So
do
I
you think
think
would
those
be
would
Midna if they were to actually do a Twilight Princess adaptation?
Aubrey Plaza might be good.
I forget who that is.
Um, she's April in Parks and Rec.
Oh,
Maybe she kind of
I
handles
don't
the
know.
kind of like
That'd be
humor, kind of
interesting.
the
Yeah, I don't know.
but no, really exciting. I mean, my again, this all gets announced, everyone gets so excited. We're not gonna hear about it for a while.
It's gonna be
It's
2
gonna be
years.
So I think, yeah, like 2025, we get a rough release date and a cast, maybe like they did with the Mario movie.
Yeah.
Maybe a trailer in the same year. Because it's weird to gauge. Because like on one hand, they're saying, "Oh, we just started," but on the other hand, Miyamoto's been saying, "I've been working on this for 10 years." So we don't know how much prep work there's been behind the scenes before they've announced it, and I don't know if they can get the ball. Like, I'm assuming pre-production is going to be a while because I think the big hurdle is Nintendo just making sure, all right, is everything the way we want it to be before we just start filming. So one thing, this is my plea to Nintendo and the producers: please focus on practical effects.
Yes.
I mean, I understand you're gonna have to use some CGI to capture some of the stuff with Zelda. However, I think you saw that with the recent Dungeons and Dragons movie. It's the reason the Lord of the Rings movies hold up. Practical effects work, and they work a lot better than CGI when done right. And your movie will thrive on practical effects, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Yes. 100%.
That's my last thing. You agree? You agree?
Yeah.
with me,
No,
yes.
I completely agree.
Thank you. All right. I think that's all we wanted to talk about.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic.
Now
Jason.
you can move
Go.
on, Jason. Go.
The final Beatles song, Now and Then, was finally released thanks to the new AI software.
Yeah.
It's an
Exciting
interesting way of putting AI software. But yes, so there has been a Beatles song that is released like a week ago,
It was
weeks
like
ago
2
at
weeks
this
ago.
point.
Yes.
And basically, a long time ago, John Lennon in the 80s, he recorded a song on like a tape recorder, right? And he
Yes.
had piano parts playing in the background of him just playing and him singing, right? And then around in the 90s,
It was the 90s.
yeah, in the
after he
90s,
had died.
after he had died, his wife went up to the rest of the Beatles and was like, "Hey, here's a recording that John had done. It's like, I don't know if y'all want to do anything with this." And they tried messing with it. They tried to make an entire song out of it. The recording was too low quality. They couldn't actually get it to be produced. And then we jump to today, to where we have AI booming everywhere, going everywhere. And so basically, they used AI to splice, like cut the audio to where they wanted it and to enhance it. They didn't just have the AI sing for a minute, AI John Lennon voice. That's a misconception of some people. So it's not like it feels
It's
less.
still
It
all the
still
Beatles
feels
playing,
more
yeah.
more ethical than just
Yeah,
having
no,
an AI
it's just
sing.
it's just using
It's just using it to enhance the audio.
to enhance the audio because it was on one track.
Yes.
And so the piano was over John's voice.
Yeah.
And this AI was able to essentially, it's kind of amazing. It listens to the track and the different instruments in a track and like the different audio sources, and it's able to separate those audio sources into separate tracks that you then can mess with.
Yes. And it's out now.
It's out now.
And obviously, George Harrison passed away in 2001, and so
But they still had some recordings of him when they attempted to make it in the 90s. Because
and then Paul McCartney did like a George Harrison style guitar solo in it, which
Yes.
sounds really good.
really good. And the Beatles' longtime producer, George Martin, I believe his son wrote the string arrangement for this song.
I was a big fan of the song. What did you think?
I really liked it. I'm a huge Beatles fan. I love their music. As a musician, they're a big kind of source of inspiration. So it was really cool to listen to it. And one thing, when they were recording it in the 90s, they did actually get some demos recorded that were high quality enough to record in the 90s. So this truly is like the last demo they can use. But I think it does open some doors for maybe other demo tapes, or is there any other music out there that can benefit from this?
Yeah, it definitely could. I don't know. I think there's still a lot of controversy around it because people are like, it's not a Beatles song. It doesn't feel like it's a Beatles song. which I can understand. I don't think it's going to become mainstream for
Like
just
the
using
trend.
using tapes, like using
Yeah.
it to fix old tapes from other bands or something like that.
Yeah, but
It's I don't know.
I loved the song though.
I
I
thought it
mean,
was good.
it was
And
very
it,
Beatles.
yeah, it still sounded completely like John Lennon. Again, it
Yeah.
was just enhancing the audio. Um,
It was weird though because they didn't. It's a different feel, and the earlier songs they released in the '90s when they first got those other tapes are feels a little weird because you know normally when the Beatles are together and someone comes up with a song, they can provide direct input, and it's like, okay, well, what if we do this chord differently, or what if we change that differently? They had a very constrained create way to play it,
Yeah.
the other three, because John had written this whole song. You can't
You can't
change
just
John's
change.
stuff around super
Yeah.
well. So it felt, I think in that way it felt different because it clearly wasn't four guys
Yeah.
collaborating on a song.
Yeah, there's also like a 10-minute short film of them making the
Yes.
song. Highly recommend to go watch it. It's really interesting.
Yes, because
Jason, have you listened to the song?
I have not listened to this song.
It's
it's really good. We recommend, if you're a Beatles fan and you haven't listened to it, you need to go
Yeah.
and listen to it. But I think the genius of the Beatles was that it was something about those four guys, John, Paul, George, and Ringo, making music together, and it was like there was just something about those four,
Yeah.
all in a room together, and like they all had solo careers and they were really great, but there was nothing about like them collaborating, and so at a certain point now and then, yes, it's a Beatles song, but in some ways it feels like it's a John Lennon song with backing from
The
George,
Beatles.
with backing from
Yeah.
those other three,
No, I can get behind that.
but still really liked it. And the string, I think the thing that really makes it feel like a Beatles song is that string arrangement from George Martin's son.
I really, that was really good.
Which fun story that because it's in the documentary. The people recording the strings, the orchestra, was not told they were making a Beatles song. Because they just told them it was a Paul McCartney project because they wanted to keep it under wraps.
And now all those string players know that they've
I know.
recorded for a
like,
Beatles
what?
song, and they're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild that we can do
Yeah.
that.
Do you have a favorite Beatles song? Next one, or favorite record?
I like the Beatles. I don't listen to them that much, so I couldn't say.
This is my take. I love the White Album. That's my favorite Beatles album. I'm more of a rock guy, and so that was like that was when they kind of like felt like a real, very influenced by kind of the hard rock that was coming out in the late '60s.
Yeah.
And so I really like that album. But no, I love the Beatles, and it was really cool to see this song because it's they're the greatest band ever of all time. I mean, there you go. And so it's always a big deal when a band that hasn't released music that influential, that hasn't released music in 30 years. If you're counting the '90s songs they released.
Oh, did they release a '90s song?
Some of the tracks, because they had other tracks
Oh, okay.
that they, and just now and then was one of them that they couldn't use until now.
I see.
So yeah, 30 years has gone by without any Beatles music, and
it'll probably be the last one.
it was the last one, which
Entirely.
is kind of weird to think about. So as long as they don't get any ideas about AI,
Yes.
so
Now that's where I would probably avoid listening to, is if they just had an AI Paul McCartney or
Yeah, or
John
John
Lennon
Lennon.
singing.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, nah.
Anyway,
That's
that's the Beatles.
pretty much it. Honestly, there's not
And
much.
that
to it.
brings us to our first game, the clue game.
All right, y'all know the rules. If you don't, and you're
Walker's gonna have a hard time. with some-
Oh no! So this is the idea. Oh, Jason's
What are you
giving us back
singing?
music.
What?
What are you
What?
singing?
Nothing?
Okay. I have three
We
clues
could not
here.
hear that, but y'all could. I'm scared for what I hear in editing.
I have three clues here for Jackson. The idea is that I've made them most obscure to
go
least
YouTube.
obscure. Yeah, Jason's making me laugh. I'm trying to explain that. He has to guess the answer to the clues. He has to guess like what the clues are referring to. Within those three clues.
We
He can
keep
either-
forgetting to include Jason within this game as well, and make it
yeah.
a triangle. Do you want to come up with 3 clues on the spot? Can you do that?
I'm not sure I know that much about anything
Yeah.
pop culture.
Okay, that's fine.
So you can either pass on a clue or guess. And if you guess and you're wrong, you're out. You've lost. You don't get to try again. And so one person is trying to guess what the clue is. The person asking the question has to guess in what clue they think the other person can get it.
Yes.
So, Jackson, I hope you can get into. I'm saying 2. I'm trusting you on 2. All right.
Last time went terrible.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Okay. This item is wielded by Scott Pilgrim when he fights his ex's new boyfriend, who also happens to be his new girlfriend's ex.
I think I have an answer, but I've never seen Scott Pilgrim, so I
But
don't
you're
know.
nervous, like you think you know.
Next
You're
clue.
gonna pass. Okay. If you think you know it, I think you'll get it on here. This item is used by a man named Davey and Charles on YouTube.
Davy and Charles. Davy 504, like. Oh. A bass?
Correct.
Yeah.
Look at that. We both got it. I think that's the first time someone's actually gotten it, and someone then actually got the correct
Yeah.
guess
honestly.
there. That wow. Look at that. And then my last one was this four string instrument plays very low guitar notes. Yes.
Yeah, this is gonna be a challenge
tough for one.
for you.
Probably
Again,
gonna pick like
Walker knows either he just knows it or he doesn't. So
that's how my brain works.
yeah, you're gonna get mad at me for this one.
Okay.
This is a fictional character that's in his entire life mission is to take down what his father has created.
So this is why I don't like your third clues. There's so many different scenarios where that.
The first clues are always hard to come up with.
But like, I guess I could have also said, like for my third clue, like coffee with cream, because that is something he uses against that character Scott Pilgrim. But okay, so main character whose entire goal, do I?
Oh, and I think you'll get this in the third one.
Okay, say that again. It's.
This is a fictional character that's entire life mission is to take down what his father created. Do you have any ideas, Jason?
Pass.
Okay, so you learn two things on this one. He eventually dies, but after he dies, he still remains functional and continues taking down his father's business. Which, so you know, now it's a business.
Okay. So, guy dies, but he's still able to like haunt his dad's. Do I know this character?
You should. Actually, maybe you don't. I don't know.
Pass. Gosh.
Okay, this is gonna be. You're gonna know what it is, but you might not know the character's name.
Character. Okay.
His dad's business is a chain of pizzerias that have animatronic mascots in them.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna say. In the rules of Quiz Bowl, which is the trivia game we play, they accept last names. So I know to say Afton.
But this isn't Quiz Bowl.
I don't know Afton's son's name. Is it? Wait. Is it, it's gonna come to me. See, this is why we got to do that video.
He has
Jackson.
two sons.
It's two sons. So I have to guess the one that's fighting against
Well,
him.
one of them we don't necessarily know his name.
So Afton has a son. Okay, and his name is Jake. That's my guess.
Jake Afton.
Jake Afton.
You are incorrect.
What is it?
Michael Afton.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew. I forgot it was Michael. This is why we need to do the video, the FNAF video soon.
Yes.
So then I can actually get that question right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's the end. I win.
yeah.
If y'all want me to, I can try to do one on the spot.
Go for it.
Okay.
And y'all two have to try to guess it.
Go
okay,
for it.
let's go for it. All right.
Okay.
Are you gonna guess? Or are you gonna
Just
guess?
come. It's easier if you just think of something, just anything,
Okay.
like a character, a
Yeah, it's just like a
item,
thing,
and
yeah.
then you riff off of that.
Okay. Oh man, the one that I'm thinking of, I know that you're gonna get it right off the bat because
Okay.
you know me.
Okay, you have to make a
But-
vague guess. You can write them down too in the
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got this. Right
Okay.
here off the dome.
Off the dome.
Off the dome.
Okay.
This show had a running in the late 90s for 3 months, and then it ran again from 22 to 23 for another 6 months.
Is that
Wait, say that again. Sorry, I'm not.
This is a show
Mhm.
that ran in the late 90s for a couple months, and then it ran again from 2022 to 2023.
like they
Oh.
reran it, or they did a new new?
Revamped, but it's a rerun of the same
Oh.
show.
Is it Clone High? No.
No, I don't
Does
think
Jason
he
not
has
watch Clone
eight,
High?
no.
Okay, that sounds like Clone High. What was a show that like was short lived in the '90s and then they
Okay.
run?
I think it's a cartoon.
Can I go for the next clue?
1 second.
Oh,
I'm thinking it's a cartoon, right?
Clone High is a cartoon,
Oh,
but
I don't think he.
I love Clone High. Such a good show. Anyway,
Did it's not Rick and Morty, is it?
no, because Rick and Morty didn't come out in the '90s.
Um,
What was a short-lived show from the '90s that they would have remade today? Yeah, I guess. Oh, is it Beavis and Butthead? Does he watch Beavis and Butthead?
I have watched Beavis and Butthead, but it is not.
okay.
Well, I
You
didn't
didn't
guess.
guess,
I
you
didn't
didn't
guess. That
guess.
does not count. I did not
Oh.
officially say finally. We were discussing
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
We know
next-
it's not
next
Beavis and
clue.
Butthead. Next clue.
Next clue.
Yeah.
It follows the story of a husband and a wife where the husband owns a factory.
What is this?
Well, maybe it is live action.
Yeah, this sounds live action. I can't.
Okay, these clues are pretty good for coming up with them on the spot.
They are. All right.
Can we pass?
Pass
again?
to
Yeah,
three.
Pass. Three.
Okay. It is a Broadway musical starring Ben Platt.
Oh,
Um,
wait. Is this the Jewish one?
Yes.
Ah, I've like listened to.
Is
I
it-
can't remember the name.
Jackson, how do you not know the name?
Well,
I've
it's
talked about it so many
Parade.
times.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Parade.
Yes,
It
it's
is
Parade.
I wasn't sure
Oh.
for that. I don't know what Parade is about. So
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
they're Jewish.
That's
That's all
funny.
I know. It's a Jewish musical.
Jason loves Parade.
So wait,
is
so it
so
was.
good.
Oh, so it had a run in the '90s on Broadway,
Yeah.
and that's what you were referring
Yeah.
to.
Because I felt like it would have been too obvious if I
Oh.
said it ran on Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I could have guessed the. That's still a. Now, once I got Ben Platt, I know I've heard good things about Parade. This
Yeah,
recent
it
revamp.
closed a couple months ago. I saw it once on Broadway.
Yeah. Ben Platt just did a really great movie called Theater Camp, where he plays the acting coach at a theater camp for kids, and it's one of the funniest like movies I've seen. Like a movie that has come out recently. It's a really really great comedy with Ben Platt and some other people.
Anyways,
Anyway, moving
let
on.
us know. Actually, should we either do like a triangle method to where I have a clue for Jason and he has to guess it, and then Jason has a clue for Walker and Walker has a clue
Yes.
for me, or should we do what we just did now, where Jason has one for both of us? Where
Leave in the
it could be a
comments.
harder clue that Jason
Yeah.
does.
Comment,
just let us
yeah, like look, guys, we love the support y'all give, and they're like, we're so excited, new episode. Ask some questions. We want to answer this. We want to talk about the stuff y'all want us to talk
Heard
about.
Q&A.
We want to do stuff. So like, we love that you're so excited and you comment. What are new topics we should talk about?
Topics are fine, honestly. Audience members don't like to do work.
That's true. But
Video ideas, if you want to see us do some wild things.
yeah, and we'll reiterate
We
this.
were
in
thinking
the-
about
in
doing
the-
a pizza from scratch thing. Like
What?
making pizza. Did I not talk to you about this?
Well, I've done that with another YouTuber.
Oh yeah, but still. But like Jason makes the bread though.
Okay.
Or the dough.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Next topic, Jason.
Mario Wonder is officially the fastest selling Mario game of all time. Did the success of the movie have any effect on this?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Probably.
I don't know.
That was really confident off the bat, and then y'all questions yourselves.
There's no direct correlation between. I mean, it's Mario, and that's the only thing correlating.
like-
because that's the appeal of Wonder is that it's so different from
Yes.
the previous Mario. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
How different it is.
We were excited for Mario, and I don't want to devalue. Like, I really think Mario Wonder's success has been that they really were given free reign to do whatever they want with this game, which I think served them very well. But I do think, you make $1 billion movie, like a lot of kids. I'm sure there was like some new Mario hype that wasn't there yet because you'd think that a 3D Mario game, like you would not expect a new 2D Mario game as good as it did because Wonder looks amazing. I don't think you'd expect it to sell faster than like an Odyssey or a Galaxy,
Oh, yeah.
which are the bigger
Yeah.
Mario games.
I think if a 3D Mario game had come out, that would be directly
Yes.
influenced by the Mario movies.
and I think it's
because
still,
they're both.
but no, what I'm saying is because the 2D game was sold so fast, I think that shows the movie might have had an effect. Because
Actually, yeah, I could see that. Because you have all the kids are playing
yes,
on PlayStations and Xbox. They're like, I want to play Mario
Yeah.
now.
and
I get a Switch.
because I don't know, the Nintendo has had the most genius marketing plan I think I've seen out of a company in a while. Because they announced the Mario movie, they opened this theme park, like they hit us with so much Mario content on all fronts. I don't want to know how
But
much
in doing
money.
so, they forgot about Zelda's 35th anniversary.
That is true, which was sad, but they're hitting us with all. But we did get Tears of the Kingdom.
We did. That is fair.
But we
Which
got.
I still have not finished.
Gosh, you got to finish that game, man. But you got hit
Did you
with
finish it?
Mario. You get hit with Mario stuff on all fronts. I'd be curious to know how much money Nintendo made just from Mario stuff. Like if you take into account the movie, the theme parks, the games.
Sorry, I just realized the audio listeners probably think I asked you if you were finishing it, and then you just kept talking, even though I was asking Jason, and he shook his head no.
No, I have not finished the game.
You got to talk, Jason. Come on.
Sorry.
Like I just imagine them listening, and they're like, he just completely ignored Jackson's question. He just kept talking. Sorry, what were you
Yeah,
talking about?
but like, cause we talked about it. Like, the movie came out, and then the next Nintendo Direct was like half Mario. Stuff.
Yeah.
Like they know what they're doing.
RPG's coming out soon.
It looks great.
Thousand Year Door is
Thousand
coming
Year
out
Door
soon.
remake, Princess Peach
We
Showtime,
just mentioned 2 remake.
Mario vs Donkey Kong.
See, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Lot of
Which one are you
Mario.
most excited for, Jason?
I don't know.
Wonder.
I like
So-
Mario Galaxy.
Hey, no shame in that. Best Mario game ever made.
I vividly remember because my grandparents have our Wii, and so me and my older brother used to play that game when we had the Wii at our house. And then we got like Xboxes and stuff, and so we gave the
Yeah.
Wii to our grandparents when we go over there. Like they have a Wii that we can play.
Yeah.
So I vividly remember me being like 15, and that makes my older brother like 17. Me and him pulling an all-nighter playing Mario Galaxy
That's
together.
awesome.
Did you beat it in one night?
I don't remember if we like completely beat it, but it was just fun.
Who was
Yeah.
the star shooter and who
Yeah,
was
I
did you-
was.
That's
He's
older.
my older
That's
brother.
younger
He's player
brother. Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It's the rule of the law. Like I remember, we used to play. I used to play Lego Lord of the Rings with my brother a lot, and I'm about to spoiler alert. I'm about to spoil something about Lord of the Rings real quick.
That's
Do this, but
No.
yeah. Anyway, so he would never let me be Gandalf. I always wanted to play Gandalf because we both, because it's Gandalf, but he would never let me play Gandalf, and we were playing through the game, which did a pretty good job telling the story. And so, spoiler alert, Gandalf dies at the end of towards the end of one of the
Yeah.
first book. And so that's so sad. And so we get to the second book in that game, and we're about to start a new session. We're about to play together. And my brother goes, "All right, I get to be Gandalf." And I was like, "Well, but Bennett, Gandalf's dead." He was like, "Oh, yeah, never mind." Because I don't think I had seen the movies yet. Like, I think I was
Oh.
experiencing Lego Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings for the first time through the Lego game.
That's
so I didn't
funny.
know. And so he spoiled the fact that Gandalf comes back as Gandalf the White in the second one. And so still didn't let me play as Gandalf the White.
Oh,
But no.
but now you get to play as Gandalf today.
Yeah. I don't have the game anymore.
Oh,
I gave it away to GameStop like an idiot when I thought that was the best way to make money off your games you didn't want anymore. Give it to local gaming stores.
Princess Peach game.
I said Princess Peach game.
Oh,
Did I? Maybe I didn't. I don't think I did actually. But
that's
no.
what Jason's excited for.
That looks really.
It actually
interesting.
looks
It looks
fun.
like it could do.
It's like a 2D Mario Odyssey is what I compared it to.
Yeah, it's like a weird. It's like Crash Bandicoot camera, 3D. So like fixed camera 3D.
She's a detective at one point.
Yeah, so like each level area and each section of the game.
Wait, are we still on the Mario topic?
Yeah, we're still on the Mario time.
How did we get to Lord of the Rings?
We got to Galaxy.
Oh, and then we
younger
were talking about
brother
that.
playing a game energy,
Yeah,
and then I got to my little anecdote.
Okay, yeah,
and now
that
we're
makes
back
sense.
to Mario.
Mario.
Yes, Jason.
Was that the cat outside of the door again?
No, but back to the main question. Yes, I do think the movie.
I think it had some
an
impact.
effect. It had an effect.
I also think that comparing, like, again, we've talked about how there hasn't been a new style 2D Mario game since.
Yes. The new games, like the new series.
Since new, yeah, which
did the new
was early
series.
2000s, like 2003 or 4.
The first
and
game,
so
it's like.
the fact that Mario has only grown in popularity since, and just because like the same game has basically been releasing over the past 20 years, now that we actually have a brand new 2D Mario game, that also could be why. Is that there's such a huge fan base, but this fan base isn't going to buy every single Mario game because they're all basically the same at that point.
Yes.
And so now that it's completely new for everybody to enjoy,
Yes.
then everybody's like, okay, I'm going to get this one.
No, I'm very excited. I'm getting
Which I think
Wonder
makes
around
sense.
Christmas time, I think. But no, very excited to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the new games, they get a bad rep. They're still fun. They're fun Mario games.
Yeah.
And, like, when new Super Mario Bros. Came out in the DS, like, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, whoa, like, this is really cool to, like, go back to kind of the roots of the series. And then you get to Wii U, and I remember someone pointed out that, like, how is Wii U and Wonder still both, how are they both $60? Like, both of these games should not be equated to.
That's
But
wild.
no, I think
Nintendo doesn't know
'cause
what their games are worth.
Nintendo is taking this really interesting transition, and this kind of wraps up both, I think, the Zelda topic and the Mario topic. But Nintendo's taking this very unique transition as a company where they want to build themselves now as kind of this multimedia empire, when they have phrased it as like a multimedia empire with gaming at the center. Like they're still first and foremost a gaming company, but they want their games and their world and games to influence and shape the way they do movies and future TV shows and theme parks and music and all of that. And I think they really want to dive into that, which is really exciting to see.
Yes.
So
It'll be, yeah. I don't
Yes.
know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
yeah.
Next topic. Jason.
Next topic,
Go for
Jason.
The actor strike is officially ending.
it. Yeah.
So exciting.
What projects are you excited to see get back on the schedule?
Did I say get back?
Deadpool 3.
Yes, definitely. I think they were like this close to delaying it. I don't know if they have to now.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if anybody of y'all noticed, there's been so many trailers releasing out over the past few days. We've
Yes.
got like Inside Out 2. We've got so many Netflix movies.
Live action Avatar.
And my theory is that they were delaying these until the actor strike
Yes.
was over. I just thought that was an
Yes.
interesting point. Wanted
No.
to point that out.
Yeah, I think we're about to see a lot of, it definitely caused some delays. I think a lot of stuff, as we said, is going to get back on track. I'm excited for 'cause
Iron Lung.
Iron Lung. Well, I mean, it had finished filming. I don't know if maybe he wasn't able to release as much information as he was
Yeah.
able to, being part of the Actors Guild.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Matt Reeves Penguin show. Hasn't been able to finish filming yet because of it, which I'm excited to see that finish.
That'll be good.
For those of you
Batman
that don't
2.
know, they are doing a show between Robert Pattinson's Batman series. They're making the Batman 2, but between the first one and the second one, they're doing a series about the Penguin in that universe and kind of his rise to power.
Have you seen the Batman, Jason?
I have seen the Batman.
Yeah. Did you like the Penguin in it?
I did.
He's getting his own TV show. So,
that's neat.
Which is exciting.
It was just a really long movie. I'm not a big long movie person. Cap it
Yeah.
at 90 minutes, no more.
Really?
Yeah.
Then you like flushed away.
I feel that. We watched that last night. I feel that, Jason, but also because it's Batman, I could have taken a 4-hour Batman movie because that's how much I love Batman.
He also doesn't like cliffhangers. That's why he didn't like Spider-Verse.
Didn't like
Yeah.
Spider-Verse. Sorry. No, but there's a lot of projects. I think Marvel may be able to. I don't know if they've
I
had
don't
any
care
filming
about
stuff.
Marvel
We
anymore.
don't care about Marvel, but they're probably going to start releasing stuff soon.
You think I'm gonna watch the Marvels? Like,
You're going to watch Deadpool.
yeah, but it's
It's Deadpool, yeah. But
different.
Deadpool was exciting. It's just so sad because we got those like set photos, like the first set photos revealed of Deadpool, and it
And
looked
then
so good. And then
immediately
immediately
the
the strike
strike.
happened, and we were all just like, no. It was like, oh, it looks so good. Hugh Jackman was in the Wolverine suit.
I was just glad the FNAF movie didn't get delayed. Also, I haven't even talked about it. FNAF movie, amazing. Loved it. Oh, it was so good. I definitely recommend to go see it.
We could have talked about that. Oh well, yes, FNAF movie was. I didn't watch it. Apparently, really good.
I enjoyed it a
him.
lot. It wasn't really scary, so anyone could really watch it. But I thought it was really fun, and it's just a good movie.
I'm hoping one of my favorite TV shows, which we haven't really heard a lot about, so I'm worried the second season in development hell. But Severance, the Apple TV show, I think they got filming
I wanna
stopped
watch
by.
that.
But really great show, so really excited to see because season 1 ended on a huge cliffhanger. Sorry, Jason. So maybe you want to avoid that show until season 2 comes
Well,
out.
you're fine with shows having cliffhangers, right?
Yeah, because there's not really a build up to a show. It's just like 45 minutes. Like you can
digestible.
like watch it and chill. But like
He
a
didn't-
movie
he
is
didn't
like
Stranger Things, the fourth Stranger Things, because
Yeah, I never
Stranger
finished
Things
the fourth
5
season.
Could start filming.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I don't think they've been
That
able
would
to
be
start.
pretty
I think they
cool.
were on schedule to start filming, and haven't been able
they're
to.
gonna be so old, all the
know.
actors. Yeah,
They need to do a serious time jump like they did with. They did a pretty big time jump between 3 and 4.
but they can't because of the way 4 left
Oh,
off.
right. You can't. You just gotta pretty much pick up from that, can't you?
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you know that the guy who played Dustin played on the Broadway version of Sweeney Todd?
And I believe he was.
He was in Parade, I think.
He was in Parade.
He's,
He was. What's his name? And
He's in a
Les
lot of
Mis.
stuff.
Gavroche. He was Gavroche in a
was. You're
Broadway
so right.
production of Les Mis.
Yeah,
It's
I know
crazy.
he does a lot of stage productions. He's also been in a band as well. I'm pretty sure.
I thought that was
They're-
Finn
he's-
Wolfhard was in a band.
Dustin's also. In a
Oh,
band,
he
I'm
is?
pretty sure.
That's cool.
And Steve.
Steve's band is really good.
Yeah.
Is it DJ?
Joe Curie.
Joe is how you pronounce it.
I don't know.
Cool. My sister actually.
I wish he was more of an actor. Honestly, he's
He
such
still
a good
does
actor.
acting stuff.
Yeah, but not as much. Like the last thing he was in was Free Guy, or was he?
It was
something
really
else?
great. I want to say he was in something else. No, he's a really great actor. But
Yes.
my sister said he actually saw him live do music.
I
But he had
love-
like a backlight on him the whole time, so you couldn't see his face. Because I don't think it was like. I think the whole vibe was like, "You're not here to see Joe Curie. You're here to see the music." You know.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I might have said this on the podcast before, but I love how like not many people know this, but one of Joe Curie's first thing he acted in was a Wii U commercial.
Yes, he did like Nintendo commercials.
For Amiibo, yeah, on Smash Bros. And he's like, I'm gonna pull up my Donkey Kong, and
Yeah,
he's like,
it's really weird seeing him in that.
it's so funny.
No, but a lot of shows are gonna get back to filming. I'm trying to think if there were any big movies. I guess across the
Yeah.
the what's beyond the Spider-Verse.
That's gonna
Maybe-
take 2 years.
It's gonna take a while now.
2.5
I wonder
years.
if they had to delay it indefinitely because they weren't sure. Because I think you do voice acting first when you do an animated film.
Really?
If I'm correct there.
That would make sense. Yeah.
You do anime. I think you do voice acting first, so I think maybe they weren't able to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
And so they had to get.
Well, I'm sure
others.
they have the story up and finished as
Yeah.
well.
So really exciting. You know, it was interesting to see what affected and didn't affect the strike. You know, because there was a lot of like content on the internet that was still getting it made, and it kind of gave them a leg up in certain situations. But no, it's a very exciting situation. You know, it's always sad to see a strike like that happen. But really
It
great
ended
that-
well, though,
It
right?
ended well. Everyone got what I think everyone got a little bit of what they wanted. So it's exciting to see.
That's good.
Because I understand that a lot of those actors, a lot of them feel like they have to strike, but also I think a lot of them are like, but I also really want it to end, and I want us to do what we need to do as fast as
Yeah.
possible because they love their jobs and they want to get back to work. So, yeah.
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 Yeah, that
Yeah.
is that bringing us to our pitch game?
yeah.
Actually, I do want to talk about
Oh.
Inside Out is getting a sequel, as I said earlier.
Oh, yes.
I'm not a fan of the idea.
I get what they're trying to do because Inside Out's great, and I do think I think they understand that, like, were we a little naive to act like the entire breadth of human emotion exists in these 5 characters?
Well, I don't think
So-
that's what they're going for. I think
I think
I
that's
mean,
what they're going for. I think they want to
well,
show that
again,
like
if you think about it, I mean, I guess they had those 5 emotions for the adults, but the adults were also mature. The kid, like she was a kid the entire time, and so she didn't
Yeah.
really have have any worries or
yes,
anxiety.
like that makes sense that like these teenage emotions are moving.
That's
But
the entire premise. Is that
Yes.
there's a new emotion. There's multiple new
Riley's
emotions,
turned
but the one
13, and I don't know if you remember the puberty alarm from the first movie. It goes off.
Yeah.
The construction people put in a new board and destroy everything,
and then the new emotion appears, which is anxiety.
But it appears like there's also going to be some others.
Yeah, because she said
So
we.
she goes
yeah.
we. So
And that's actually the voice actress of anxiety is the
Is Maya
same.
Hawke.
Yeah, she's the person
Robin,
who
yeah.
played Robin in Stranger Things.
yeah, a really great
Yeah.
actress. But no, but I think I think if they were going to do an Inside Out movie, that is a really good like that is the next logical step.
Yeah,
To make for a.
but the first one was just it was so good and didn't really need to be touched.
That's true. I mean, Pixar sequels always have a tendency to not be as good.
Well, the older ones were good, like Toy Story 2 was
Except
great.
Toy Story 2. Except Toy Story 2. Toy Story
Cars
2.
2 was great.
I don't like Cars
We've
2.
had this
I
debate
like
before.
Cars Tool. Clark Cars Tool.
Cars Tool.
You love car tools, Jason?
Yay!
Yay! I love fixing a tire.
Get me an Allen wrench. The funniest part is that's not really even a car tool.
No.
Are you eating ice over a
Just
mic?
mute my mic for a second.
You'd have to make me go through all of this.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
Does that bring us to our pitch game?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it
So,
does.
yeah,
I'm just,
like, don't worry,
I'm just
like,
joking.
You want to talk more about Inside Out 2? Okay.
Inside Out 2, worst idea. No, I'm kidding.
Full episode
right.
13 is just going to be Inside Out 2, guys. Get excited.
And then we're going to come up with a machine that lets us see the emotions in our head, and so we can.
Yeah.
we were watching old Vines last night.
Is
I
that
completely
what you're
forgot about-
pitching, Jackson?
That's
I forgot about this old Vine. We were watching the one where it's the Inside Out short they did where the boyfriend, the guy, and Riley's first date.
Oh,
scene
yeah.
goes, I was in a band, or I'm in a band, and the dad goes, I was in a band, and it just cuts to the guy in the cowboy outfit and the Village People.
All right.
anyway. on to our final game.
I'm gonna give y'all both of the things that you're pitching right now.
And then we're
Walker,
gonna
you're
give you
go
something
first.
to pitch as
Oh.
well,
Okay, Jackson, you're gonna go second.
and then you're gonna go third.
Okay, if y'all don't know, we're getting pitched an idea or like a topic of something
topic, and then we
that
have to
we've
come up
never
with an
heard,
idea.
and we have to come up with an idea of something to pitch to Jason. On
Generally
the
comes
spot.
out well, but sometimes it's just really bad.
Yeah, we never know.
Walker, you're pitching me a solution to morning hair. You know how sometimes you fall asleep and you wake up and your hair is just an absolute mess? What is the easiest? I'm giving you a hard.
Do you think I don't understand? Do you see this, Jason? Do you see this whole thing? You don't think I get morning hair?
Walker,
I
I'm
get
trying to
morning
give you
hair.
a harder one, and then Jackson
Yeah.
a little bit of an easier
Okay.
one.
All
All right, Jackson, and then I'm giving you some time to prepare.
Okay.
You're pitching
He
shoes.
gets handicap.
You're pitching a pair of shoes or sandals or whatever that solve the problem of long distance travel or even travel over water, ice, snow, sand.
Okay.
Okay. Jason,
Walker.
it always sucks. It always sucks. You wake up and your hair's a mess, and now you got to take 5 extra minutes just getting it under control. You know, spray down, comb, brush, whatever you do. It's too much work. You don't want to worry about that. And so, you know, maybe you want to go somewhere like to a stylist or a barber. Maybe they could do it. But wait, you don't want to drive 15 minutes and then wait for 20 minutes. That's too long. All these solutions are terrible unless you could take the stylus to you. Presenting the take-home stylus for $20 a month. A stylist will sit in your like bathroom area, your half bath, and just sit there. And if you wake up with morning hair, you just snap your fingers, you sit down, and in 5 minutes or less, that stylist will get it under control immediately. The take-home stylus.
Do you have to pay for their living, like food, water, a place for them to sleep, or are they just
They have a little container, and it does the twist, and the food comes down, and there's the thing with the water, and you push it down, and the bubbles shoot up, whatever that's called. They get that in the bathroom.
okay?
So yeah, you come. It's a $500 install fee. To kind of get and then it's $20 a month after that to pay for the stylus.
That's not bad.
And you're probably wondering, how can the stylist afford a lifestyle of $20 or more? Well, that's where tips come in. You really got to tip this person. It's
I
all
see
about the tips
catch.
for this person.
I see the
So
catch.
Oh, that took me way too long. I thought you were talking about like a writing style.
yeah, I was like worried that wasn't coming across, but Jason got it right.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yes, I got it. I'm imagining like 3'4". This little guy, he's got a bit of a mustache. He has to get on a step stool.
It's handlebar though.
It's a handlebar mustache. He has to
handlebar.
get on a stool, like spray and comb your hair. He goes, "Hello, time to do your hair, Walker. Time to do hair." All right, Jackson, your turn to pitch.
Okay. So you said shoes that solve the problem of long distance travel, right? So these shoes, you don't wear them everywhere you go. You only wear them when you want to travel somewhere. And basically, you put them on, and this protective capsule wraps around you. We'll get back to that in a second. But basically, at the bottom of the shoes, there's these tiny little like you could call them knives, but it's basically what they use to like cut atoms, right? And so when you're wanting to go somewhere, you're walking in the general direction of where you're wanting to go, and the chance of when you split an atom, an explosion goes off and it launches you all the way to the location you're trying to go to. And the capsule, as I mentioned earlier, protects you from any explosion, any fall damage in quotations, and protects you on the way all the way there. You know.
So your plan is to have shoes that create nuclear bombs.
No, just explosions.
Yeah. All right. My turn to pitch an item.
What'd you think? And for because they're little like basically knives, it's only like as much as a regular pair of shoes.
Oh, wait, so I have one question. So you're splitting an atom that causes a nuclear chain reaction similar to launching an atomic bomb.
Yes.
This would destroy the world.
No.
No, but it wouldn't. There's
It'd get you
there's
to
no
your location
decay for
quicker.
dirt and grass.
It just gets you. It gets
So
you
the
location.
world ends sooner, but you get to your location quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
there's no,
it
there's no
evens out. It
predicament
evens
with,
out. Yeah,
with world ending
it
sooner.
evens out. Okay.
I would purchase those if they were affordable, like 100. You said it as much as a regular pair of shoes.
Yeah, because it's not like it's adding. I mean, I guess a protective capsule would be.
Yeah, no, I'm so down.
Does
I
it
would
like
get those.
launch when you press down or the protective capsule?
Whenever you put them on, they just like it automatically wraps around you. It's like this.
How do you walk?
It's like it.
You step and
You step.
and it,
just
splits
lets
the
you
carbon
step.
atoms
It's like
below
a
your feet and it
flexible
shoots you.
capsule. It's not like
Okay,
it's.
okay.
It's like a bubble.
It's like getting stuck in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
But an invincible plastic bag.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we have to pitch Jason
Made of
something.
xenonite.
Jason, do we get to pitch you
Yeah.
something? Okay. I want
wait,
you.
wait.
Oh, I got a good one.
Let me know. What is it?
What?
Just tell me.
I had the idea for a tape measure that when you like you don't have to worry about it like hitting you when you
Okay.
snap it
Yeah,
back.
you go for it.
So I want you to pitch me a solution to like a new tape measure that when you snap it back, you don't have to worry about it like hitting your hand or like knocking you back or something because that can be annoying.
Yeah. I totally get that problem. That's why I bring to you today the tape measuring glove. So you need to tape measure something. You put on your glove, and the tape measure comes out of your finger. And so you set your finger on the starting position in which you want to measure the distance, and you basically just drag your hand. And then it lays out the whole tape measure so you can mark distance if you want like every 8 inches, you can mark that. And then when you're done, you just whoosh, and it goes right into the glove and you don't feel the hit because even if it slings back and hits your hand, you're wearing the protective glove that has the tape measure inside of it.
Is this glove really heavy? I mean, you got like a giant roll of tape.
No.
But it's gotta be held somewhere.
Are tape measures heavy?
I mean, they're relatively.
really.
They're heavier than a glove. They're much heavier than a glove.
Okay, but if I have like 1.5 pounds on my right hand, that's not going to debilitate me.
That's true, I guess, because you are just holding the tape measure.
And if I'm using a tape measure, I'd be a mighty strong working man, so I would be able to lift heavy things.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that logic. Good job. All right, which one of us?
I like Jackson's pitch.
Yeah.
He'll destroy the world.
But you'll get to your location
So why does it
faster.
matter if the world's destroyed? If the amount of time that you're wasting is the amount of time that you're saving.
Therefore, the chances, as you're destroying the world, the chances of you going to, I don't know where I was going with that. Like, so say you're trying to get to a place. There's less places to go to. That means that it's easier to get to a place where you're trying to go to.
I don't know about that one.
No, that doesn't make sense because you just end up in a wasteland. Anyways,
Now Jackson has become deaf, maker of shoes.
that wraps up today's episode.
Wraps up today's episode.
Jason's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, so we
So,
wrap it up. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening.
for
Thank you
staying
for
to the
watching.
end.
Thank you for hearing. Thank you for
Whatever way
feeling.
you
Thank
enjoyed
you
this.
for the music.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
Bye.
Wait, yeah, but remember,
Oh wait.
like,
Thanks.
subscribe if you want, but don't if you don't want to. But it'd be nice. And
Or unsubscribe. Bye.